probably most people on this call are familiar with naloxone. Probably many people on this call can go down to their pharmacy and get naloxone now over the counter. And that's because there's been a increased way to get naloxone. It used to be an intramuscular injection, as you can see in the top left-hand corner, with a needle and a syringe and a vial, in either a kit or kind of carried in an EMT bag or in a hospital. So it really was restricted to a healthcare provider, not a patient-friendly option. This was, really kind of emergency use situation. And then there was kind of an erector set nasal spray pre-filled syringe. Again, not super sexy, but it got the job done with kind of an adapter on the end of a pre-filled syringe that you could stick up somebody's nose. So was kind of again, it kind of looked like somebody built in their garage, but it got the job done, and it was user-friendly enough that it did get approved for lay people to use. Again, increasing that accessibility. And then going from that to the nasal spray really became a game changer. So creating something, really pocket size that people could use. And then in, even more stable versions for the auto injector version. So when we're looking at drugs that are driving into the space of where we want to have increased accessibility, we have drugs that are treating chronic conditions, but we also are seeing more drugs that are helping with emergency use, or we want to increase market access to improve public health more generally. So it might not require a chronic diagnosis, but it's more of a public health need. So how do we use innovative technology to create low-cost solutions that drive accessibility at a public health level? So these are balancing these public health decisions against the innovation decisions. How do we use technology to drive those? And I think this is a good example of where we've come up with different solutions, leveraging the technologies that were available from other drugs and coming up with creative solutions to do that in this way, doing that in a stepwise fashion, using the market drivers to do that.